From a distance, it looks less like a motorhome and more like a private yacht that somehow left the water. The body is smooth, the glass is dark, the roofline appears clean and uninterrupted. Then the vehicle stops. Two wall sections glide outward. A rear deck opens above the engine bay, and something hidden beneath the roof begins to rise. But the most important feature is not outside. It is buried inside the coach, and it changes how the entire vehicle is used. This is the Aurelia 45, a superyacht-inspired Land Cruiser built on a 45-foot luxury coach platform. It is not designed to crawl across boulder fields or survive military terrain. Its purpose is different. This machine is built for long-distance travel in complete comfort, moving between coastal highways, private resorts, remote vineyards, and isolated desert camps without giving up the atmosphere of a high-end yacht. Although the interior appears to be the main attraction, the engineering underneath it is what makes the concept believable, and the most unusual system remains hidden above the rear bedroom. We will return to that later. The foundation is a stainless steel monocoque coach structure with a rear tag axle. Instead of placing a separate house box on a conventional truck frame, the body and chassis work together as one structure. That gives the vehicle a lower floor, better highway stability, and more usable interior volume. The Aurelia measures roughly 45 feet long, 8.5 feet wide, and just under 13.5 feet high in road mode. That is nearly the length of a small coastal yacht, but it still fits within the basic envelope of a full-size luxury motorcoach. The design draws its inspiration from modern European motor yachts rather than traditional recreational vehicles. The emphasis is not on decorative excess. It is on smooth surfaces, concealed equipment, uninterrupted sight lines, and spaces that transform only when needed. The exterior uses marine-grade aluminum panels, composite roof sections, and bonded panoramic glass. Its finish combines warm pearl white, satin champagne metal, smoked glazing, and narrow strips of synthetic teak around the entry and rear terrace. It looks expensive without relying on chrome, but the clean surface hides three major transformations. The first is a full-wall passenger side slide. The second is a smaller opposing slide behind the driver. And the third is a rear terrace that remains almost invisible until the coach is parked. With both slides extended, the central salon becomes nearly 14 feet wide. That is wider than some urban apartments. Yet in road mode, the walls retract flush with the main body, preserving a smooth aerodynamic profile. The lower compartments contain water equipment, batteries, electrical hardware, outdoor furniture, and a compact utility workshop. But before opening the rear terrace, the powertrain deserves attention. The concept uses a 16-liter turbo diesel engine producing approximately 600 horsepower and more than 2,000 pound-feet of torque. Power passes through a heavy-duty automated transmission to the rear drive axle, while the tag axle helps carry weight and stabilize the coach at speed. An adaptive air suspension continuously adjusts ride height and damping. On the highway, the coach lowers slightly to reduce drag. At low speed, it can raise the body for steep driveways, rough camp entrances, or uneven ground. This is not an off-road expedition truck, but it is more capable than a conventional motorhome. A limited slip differential, reinforced underbody protection, traction control, and 22.5-inch commercial tires allow it to handle gravel roads, wet grass, and broken pavement. The fuel system carries approximately 250 gallons of diesel. At an estimated 6 to 7 miles per gallon, practical range would be between 1,300 and 1,600 miles under favorable conditions. That range matters because the Aurelia is designed to stay away from external services for several days, and the next system is what makes that possible. Behind the bodywork is a 120 kilowatt-hour lithium battery bank. It powers climate control, the induction kitchen, lighting, entertainment, water heating, and most hotel functions without running the main engine. A diesel generator remains as backup, but the roof hides a deployable solar array producing up to 8 kilowatts in ideal conditions. The panels do not simply lie flat. They slide outward in two-layered wings, exposing more collection area while shading the roof below. That reduces heat gain and extends off-grid endurance. 4-point hydraulic leveling stabilizes the vehicle at camp. The system also compensates for small changes in weight as water tanks empty and the slide-outs move. Only after the coach confirms that it is level can the most complex exterior features begin to deploy. The entrance opens into a salon rather than a traditional RV living room. The floor uses pale stone-look composite tile, selected for low weight and resistance to cracking. Curved walnut cabinetry follows the walls, while brushed bronze trim and indirect lighting create the atmosphere of a modern yacht. Two low-profile sofas face each other. Between them, a slim table rises electrically from the floor. Lowered, the room becomes an open lounge. Raised, it becomes a dining area or workspace for 6. Electrochromic windows change from clear to heavily tinted without conventional blinds. A concealed projector turns the forward wall into a private cinema. The room avoids clutter because nearly every object disappears when it is not being used. That same principle continues into the galley. A long marine-style counter is formed from a single slab of centered stone. The induction cooktop sits beneath a sliding panel. The sink is covered by a matching insert. Refrigeration is divided into drawer units beneath the work surface. A steam oven, dishwasher drawer, wine refrigerator, and espresso system are hidden behind walnut doors. Across from the galley, a narrow breakfast bar faces the panoramic window. The owners sit above the roadway with the view framed like a moving observation lounge. Storage drawers use marine locking mechanisms to prevent them from opening during sharp turns. Even the glassware sits inside fitted, vibration-resisting compartments, but the largest luxury spaces are still farther back. A central corridor leads to a guest cabin on one side and a full bathroom on the other. The guest room uses 2 convertible bunks that fold into a sofa. The bathroom includes a dry shower, heated floor, vacuum flues a dry shower, heated floor, vacuum flush toilet, and molded stone basin. Water comes from a 220-gallon fresh tank, supported by filtration and a recovery system that captures part of the moisture removed by the air conditioning system. It will not replace the fresh water supply entirely, but it reduces waste in humid climates. Gray water is filtered for toilet flushing and exterior cleaning. Tank levels, power consumption, tire pressure, climate zones, and security cameras are controlled through a central touchscreen or physical backup switches. The physical controls matter. In a vehicle this complex, basic systems still need to work when a display fails. The rear suite is the quietest part of the coach. A king bed sits on an isolated platform above the engine compartment, separated by acoustic insulation and active noise cancellation. The walls use fabric panels, walnut ribs, and concealed storage. At the foot of the bed, a glass partition switches from transparent to opaque. Behind it is the main bathroom, with a rainfall shower, double vanity, and compact soaking tub. A tub inside a motorhome sounds excessive. It is also difficult to engineer. The tub uses lightweight composite, and its water is held only during use. Structural bracing transfers the load directly into the rear chassis members. But even this is not the feature teased at the beginning. That feature is above the bedroom. When the coach is parked and leveled, a section of the roof rises approximately 4 feet. It unfolds into a private sky lounge with glass windscreens, synthetic teak decking, 2 reclining seats, and a compact wet bar. It is not a full second floor. It is a protected observation deck inspired by a motor yacht's flybridge. From the ground, it remains nearly invisible in road mode. From the top, it provides an unobstructed view over surrounding vehicles, dunes, coastlines, or mountain valleys. Directly beneath the deck is a retractable telescope mount stabilized through the coach's leveling system. That is the delayed payoff. The Aurelia is not merely a motorhome with yacht styling. It is a mobile private observatory. But there is still one more transformation at the rear. A panel above the engine bay folds outward, forming a small balcony with glass side rails. The bedroom doors open directly onto it. At a private campsite, it creates something almost no conventional coach can offer: a separate outdoor space connected directly to the owner's suite. The terrace is supported by concealed steel arms rather than suspended from the body panel itself. Load sensors prevent deployment if the ground angle, wind conditions, or leveling position is unsafe. It would be impractical in a roadside parking area, but overlooking a quiet coastline or desert valley, it becomes one of the vehicle's defining lifestyle features. There are limitations. At 45 feet long, the Aurelia would be restricted from many smaller campgrounds and historic roads. Its turning circle would demand route planning. Its 6 to 7 mile per gallon fuel consumption would be expensive. The slide systems, rising roof, battery bank, water equipment, and custom body panels would require specialist maintenance, and weight would be the constant engineering battle. Every stone surface, glass panel, appliance, and tank would need to be justified. The rooftop lounge would also be unusable in strong winds. The rear terrace would require substantial open space. This is not a vehicle that could be driven into every destination without preparation. The likely price would fall between $3.8 million and $5.5 million, depending on the chassis, interior materials, battery capacity, and level of custom fabrication. That places it above most production motorhomes, but it remains below many modern luxury yachts that provide less mobility and require permanent marina support. Annual maintenance, storage, insurance, tires, fuel, and specialist servicing could easily add another six-figure operating cost. The purchase price is only the beginning. As a concept, the Aurelia earns a feasibility score of 84 out of 100. The coach platform, slide systems, lithium power, adaptive suspension, rooftop solar, and luxury interior are achievable with current technology. The rising sky lounge and rear terrace are more complex, but still realistic if weight, wind loading, and structural reinforcement are handled correctly. The real challenge is not whether it can be built. It is whether the owner is willing to accept the cost, maintenance, and sheer size required to make land travel feel like life aboard a private yacht. Would you cross a continent in the Aurelia 45? Or would you rather keep this level of luxury on the water?